Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Yaqeen Institute's video series on Your Lord Has Not Forsaken You. When someone says the word trauma, what are the first things that come to your mind? Is it blood, soldiers in combat, refugees fleeing their homes only to have their family drown at sea? All of these events are traumatic and fall under trauma. But what if we told you that you don't have to be a refugee or a soldier to experience it? What if we told you that most of us experience something traumatic in our lives at some point? In this first video, we're going to set out to expand our definition of trauma. Let's look at 3 different types. The first type of trauma can include parental divorce, emotional neglect, domestic violence, or physical or sexual abuse. These incidents are sometimes called big T traumas. And although they seem like they would be the rarest type of trauma, you'd be surprised to know that 2 out of every 3 people you pass by on the street has experienced at least one of these significant traumas during their childhood. The second type of trauma is more common than we might expect. These traumas are sometimes called small t traumas. They include extreme stress at work, financial trouble, and conflict with family. The third type is an indirect exposure to trauma called secondary traumatic stress. Through social media, most people are exposed to trauma constantly through graphic news reports or hearings that someone they care about has experienced something traumatic. Now that we know a little bit more about the types of trauma, let's talk about the real impact trauma has on our bodies. Trauma affects both the brain and the body. It changes our biological stress response system, which is a system that responds to a stressful environment. It hides in our bodies without us even knowing. So if something traumatic happened to us when we were 7, it can still affect the way we deal with stress and manage our relationships as adults. Our fight, flight, or freeze response prepares our bodies to deal with difficult situations. This response basically means that when we're in stressful situations, we have 3 options: attack and defend ourselves, run, or freeze. Through this response, our muscles tense, we breathe faster, and our heartbeat increases. Experiencing intense emotions and bodily sensations is normal, but when our stress keeps occurring over a long time, our bodies keep thinking that the danger has returned. The problem, of course, is that the constant thought of being in danger impacts day-to-day functions and can lead to fear and hopelessness. Now that we've expanded our definitions of trauma, we can see that almost everyone has been touched by it, and we can see how it impacts our bodies. But don't stop here. Check out the next video to see how we can heal from trauma.
Yaqeen Academy. Give us 2 minutes. We'll give you clarity. 1 faith-related video at a time. Download the Yaqeen Institute app now.